a sea captain came into the hotel, and apparently he couldn't pay his bill. And they had this off him as a collateral.
This was given as payment in kind?
In kind, yes.
He just happened to have one in his bag?
Well, it was on the board ship.
Right. So he came into port, he went to this hotel,
yes.
He couldn't pay,
and they had this.
He said, on board I've got one of these.
Yes, and they took it as...
Do you know when that was?
In the early part of the century it was.
Right, the early 1900s?
Early 1900s, yes.
Right. Where does it live today?
It's in town. It's been in the front window, in the bay window. I've been married for 41 years, and it was there when I was courting, and it hasn't moved till it's come here.
So that's the sea captain. What about this one?
That is all part together.
It was all part of the same...
Yes.
Now, they're quite heavy objects.
Yes.
And I have to admit, I did have a little sneak underneath both of them just earlier on.
Yeah.
The fact is that this is slightly earlier than this one.
I see.
They weren't made at the same time.
I see, yes. Yeah.
Both of these objects belong to the huge group of pottery wares coming out of Staffordshire in the 1860s, 70s, 80s, known as Majolica ware, from Italian wares of the Renaissance period. But this is straight out of China, really, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yes.
It's basically a Chinese wood urn stand, but done in pottery.
Yes.
With these wonderful cabriole legs and this typical chinoiserie apron here. This is actually dated 1875.
Yes.
But this urn, which is in a completely different style, is dated 2 years later.
I see, yes.
This is 1877.
Yes.
And it's done in the Italian style. I mean, these pan masks, these pants sticking their tongues out. Do you ever get sort of unpleasant comments from people passing the window?
The wife used to take her friends in to frighten them when they were little kids, little children.
To frighten them?
To frighten them, yes.
Someone's obviously looked after this because there's a certain amount of spraying on here. Tell me about that.
Well, we didn't know about that till we started. Well, somebody came down to the house Saturday, and then that's when it was noticed first.
But someone in the family has been using a nice metallic car spray paint.
Oh, heck.
I suspect what's happened is that at some stage that probably took frost damage.
I see.
And the frost started to peel off the glaze on top, and so someone went down to a local car emporium and bought a nice one of these sprays.
Yes. I got a good idea where that was. I got a good idea, yes.
Oh, right. I hope I haven't started any trouble.
No, he's not with us anymore.
But inside, this is the important thing, inside there is no evidence of any damage.
No.
So I'm not going to treat this too seriously. This is still not too bad. Now, you say you've been using these to frighten people.
Yes.
Do you have any idea of value?
Nothing at all. We have got not the foggiest idea of this.
Right. 2 pieces of mint Majolica ware, 1875, 1877. This one, just to frighten you, is probably worth somewhere between £3,000 and £5,000.
Yes.
Yeah. And this one with the damage is probably worth somewhere between £4,000 and £7,000.
Yes. A lot of money.
Even more frightening than they were before.
Yes. So we'll have to be insured then.
Oh, yes.
Yes.